Been wearing this shirt all day from the Poe Museum in Richmond, Virginia. I have a video. I'll try to find it and put it in the box of Greg. And I went out there and we went to the museum, and it's in Richmond, Virginia. I'll try to find that. We made a video of it, and it's an interactive museum with you put your ear goggles in, and every little station has something that you can follow along, and a lot of different rooms. It's a really cool museum. But I will put up a photo here. We're at the gravesite in Baltimore. I had to tear myself away. This book I can't put down. It's a buddy read. I'll mention it on Friday Reads. You have to stay tuned for that. But I like to do buddy reads, and I think I'm a good buddy reader. I tend to get ahead, though. Can't help it, you know. It's better than being behind. But I'm looking for buddy readers all the time. I'm looking. I started this year with I wanted to read new releases within the last 5 years or newer, and with other people, and have them pick the book out. And so far, like once a month, and so far I've been successful at that. So if you'd like to buddy read with me, let me know in the comments. This is a tag. Actually, I'm talkative tonight, and it's a tag where I'm not. You don't have to hold up books or talk about books. It's the music or no music tag, and it's an original tag by Robert G., reader of books. I was tagged by my friend James at Quaint and Curious Volumes. He had a funny version of this tag, and boy, my place is a mess. It's like books all that way, music equipment here. I live in a studio apartment. Art over there, clothes. I rotate these guitars. I got two out here, one under the bed. I'm about to buy a new one. I need another stand. Need to reorganize this apartment. Anyway, prompt 1. Do you listen to music while you read? Is it a necessity? Why? I really don't. I think I used to. There's a prompt below I'll talk about. But I do watch sports with muted, unless it's a championship game or playoffs where I'll watch it. But I usually read in front of the TV and just kind of glance up at the score once in a while. Prompt 2, but that's not music. Prompt 2. Is there a special kind of music you prefer when reading? Rock, classical, jazz, grunge, punk, metal? I could do some Oscar Peterson or some jazz and piano type while reading, I suppose. I have some jazz records. I'm looking at my records right now. 3. Is there a particular kind of music you would never listen to when you read? Yes. Them Beatles. I would never listen to the Beatles while reading. This is the second Beatles album with She Loves You and others. Please, Mr. Postman. I've got the first one here. I'm going to do a video on my Beatles records. I put up a post and asking all you gentle people if I should do a video on my Beatles records, and overwhelmingly it was a positive yes. I think 58%. Then the other was 18% said you do you, Al, and I appreciated that. Prompt 4. Do you read in silence? Is the quiet necessary? Why? Well, I immediately thought back to the 80s when I was an undergrad at Kent State in the dorms, And then people would comment that I would read in the lounge, I would read in my dorm alone, I would read in class, I would read anywhere and everywhere. And I could use like the TV or what was going on, like parties or what, as a juxtaposition in a way, some kind of thing to just use to deflect off. You know, if that makes sense. It could be noisy, yet I could just counterbalance that. I hate to try to define something that kind of came natural. Anybody else relate to that at all? I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but now I like to. I read in a big chair over there, or I read in my bed when just with like this light on over here, and I have this light that I got for free. It's magnetic and it clings to the wall, and I'll turn it on if I can. I think it's, yeah. So, and there's like different lights, a blue light and yellow light, and it goes off, but it's just like behind my, you can imagine. And then I just turn it off when I'm done. But nice device, huh? I get a lot of free things in the mail. You might be surprised. My address is in my About section if you ever want to mail me something. I'll mail you back. Prompt 5. A scenario. You're reading in a public place, a cafe, a park, public transportation, on a plane, and someone begins playing music or a live band begins to play. What's your reaction? I would notice it, but then I could go back to my reading. Like I said, I can really get into a book. Always could. It's like a drug to me. I look at the time; it could be noon. Reading a book, look back again. 2:15. Where'd the time go? I decay. I went with Folger's Black Silk. I usually get some kind of non-commercial brand, but I love Folger's Black Silk coffee. I remember when it came out several years ago. Black Silk. I like dark coffee. 6, does it matter to you at all whether music is playing or not? Not really. Not really. Tag some people. I'm going to tag everybody in my Dream Songs Boxer group. Look how old and tattered that book is. I've got a brand new one over there. Don't have it on me, I have it close by. So I'm going to take everybody in the Dream Songs group, which is Aaron Facer. Some of these are commenters extraordinary. I won't mention their names. Dan Thompson at Ridiculous. Flossie Harrison at the Grape Jelly Library, my favorite library. Greg at Ghost Reader. Greg at another Bibliophile Reads. Jenny Jables. Does Marsha Johansson have a channel? I don't think so. But Mick has a channel. Mick Holland at Mick Read a Book. Let's see. Misty Lynn doesn't have a channel. Philip Hall, you're tagged, my friend. Thomas Nathan at, I know your email address, but you changed your name. Is it Crime, Books, and Art? But Literature and Art matters. You know who you are, Thomas. And we do too. Too Light Lautrec, Joe O'Malley, your tag. So, and I might throw some other people in there in the description box. I think I will. So like, subscribe, make a comment. I'll get back to you. Thanks, man.